5-3 to the United Kingdom. So there are plenty of potential implications depending on the resulting scoreline here. Currently, Germany on 2 wins and no losses. Argentina and the UK both on 1 win and 1. UK on 2 wins and 1 loss. Argentina on 1 win and 1 loss. If Argentina win against Germany with 3 or more points, they will qualify. If Argentina lose or Germany score, or if Argentina lose or Germany score, sorry, let me now. I'm gonna get this.
This is a
If
rough
Argentina
match.
lose, they're gone. They don't qualify. UK qualify instead. If Argentina win by more than 5 games to 3, then Germany will be knocked out by virtue of having a worse games won versus games lost record. Since both Germany and the UK won 5-1 against Denmark, Germany have a 5-3 record against the UK, and UK have a 5-3 record against Argentina. If it's exactly 5-3, Germany and the UK will have the same games won versus lost record, but Germany will qualify because they beat the UK in their head-to-head. Someone's probably going to tell me that I'm completely wrong on all of that, and it's something entirely different.
I think you got it.
But
It sounded
who knows?
right. I don't know. You just said a lot of words, and I'm just assuming that it's right. So you go for it. Anyways, we're getting into a warm-up right now. Seems like it's a Daki-chan map. I actually played this map a few months ago. I remember. It's pretty tricky, actually.
It does look fairly difficult, I have to say.
A lot of
Lots
it
of
is just a lot
snaps.
of awkward snaps. Yeah, going back and forth. Sometimes at times that you wouldn't expect to.
The fact that players can combo this at all shows that there is still a very long way for me to go before I can be a good player. Velpa K
Yeah,
holding
true.
a 400 combo now.
Just get an
Rapidly
absolute
becoming a
angle going back and
700 combo.
That's like the fastest 200 combo I've seen in quite a
Yeah,
while,
just a
actually.
little bit. I was like, he's got 400 combo, and by the time I finished that sentence, my statement was completely irrelevant.
He's about to hit 1K now, even too. It's actually a really good score he's got.
Oh, we've seen a couple fails. I'm sure
the
someone
real
put no
question.
fail on.
Is Velpa gonna hold out throughout the whole map with that combo?
I guess we'll never know, unfortunately. I'm not sure if there was a fail or...
I heard a fail sound. That's what it sounded like, at least.
Well,
Oh,
hopefully they're all nice and warm now.
I know that map would get me warmed up. Oof. My fingers would probably be a little tired after that, to be honest.
Just watching that warmed me up a little bit.
Are you
I've been
ready for the
awake
next match?
since 5 a.m, so it's been 8 hours. It's 1 p.m. and it feels like it's late in the evening for me. But it's Catch World Cup. Got to make some
I know why
sacrifices
that
for
is.
this.
It's because you're on the UK team, and in the UK it's 6 p.m. right now, isn't it?
Well, I think
That's what it is.
I've been used to this US time zone. I've been here for 6 months now, so...
You're still one of them, aren't you? You're not one of the true Americans yet. You still got that UK flag on your profile, right?
Yeah, I haven't been converted. I couldn't escape. UK needed me. I'm not sure what for, but they needed me.
Hey, you played a few maps this weekend. You got some good scores.
I carried on one whole map, dude. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I think you got more MVPs than I did, so that's the sign. That means you're obviously a better player than I am. You got this, buddy. You're gonna win the World Cup. UK is the winners of CWC 2019. Let's just close it out now.
It's coming home.
It's coming home, baby.
But that kind of works for you, because my home is now the US, so...
That
If
is
it comes
true.
to my home, then you'll be quite happy. I'll
That
just
is
root
very
for you
true. I
guys
didn't
when
think
we
of that.
I'll just root for you guys when we get knocked out. I think
Nice.
we'll
One more fan.
if we come second, I think we're playing Philippines, which is going to be kind of tough because they actually look like they have a good team this year. Well, they always have a good team, but they kind of massively underperform in tournaments for some random reason.
Yeah, they usually always choke or just don't pass group stage. I think this is the first time they've actually passed group stage in 5 years. I think it is.
Yeah.
So There's a lot of expectations coming in for them.
Oh, M-Bomb is doing me a great service by posting all of my ramblings in Twitch chat to explain what happens in every situation. Thank you very much to you, my friend.
Good guy M-Bomb. R18 asks, showcase when? It's going to be right after this match.
Straight after this one. So don't go anywhere once this match is over. Also, yeah, we had Ice Angel as one of the picks earlier for a warm-up, and now it seems we've got it again. Just 1.5 times faster.
Just 1.5 times, yeah.
As long as all the hit sounds aren't default normal hit normals at 100% volume this time, I think I can tolerate this.
Oh god, no. Please,
That
no.
was almost unlistenable. Like 6 minutes of ba 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 drum sounds was just punishing.
Dear lord. Starting flat 10.
Oh, that's so satisfying.
It's 4 minutes long, too. Oh. There we go. Getting right into this one. You know, these vape maps are always too tricky, too, because sometimes a lot of the hyper dashes just get added or removed. And you're just sitting there like, I thought there was supposed to be a hyper dash there, if you ever played the normal version of the map. So usually
I think at
even
one
harder.
point I was hit sounding this map a long time ago. I don't think I finished it. I mean, maybe he went on to ask somebody else to do it, but I don't remember what happened to the map after that, I'm afraid.
Well, you have to see at least the 1.5 times versions of it right now. So
Yeah.
have Vincey playing with his signature hidden as well. No fail for the side of Argentina though. It's a little ambitious, don't you think?
Well, I think we're a little bit stuck at the present moment. Waiting for a resync or a panic button.
Here we go. Oh, there actually is a no fail for the side of Argentina. Never mind.
Yeah,
I
Ambition
guess I
has
just
one.
didn't see it.
Slowly and surely everyone is coming back into sync.
Gosh, so many of these patterns just look such rough snaps, especially those like 4-note streams I saw right there.
The little vertical like buzz sliders.
Those were like really roughly snapped. Really far one towards jump on those. What do you predict the scoreline is going to be at the end of this match?
I don't want to make any predictions because I know that predicting something and then being reverse psychology could potentially doom the UK.
True.
I
forgot about that already. Too.
Like even if I just play it safe and say I'm hoping for a Germany win and the UK qualify second, that means that we probably have a much harder matchup in round of 16. Yeah. If I want to be very ambitious and say Argentina win like 5-4, then UK top the group, but that's way too close for comfort, so...
UK topping the group would be a miracle.
If it gets to like 3-3, I think I'm going to be sweating, I'll tell you that.
Players, the thing is more.
So we had those two players.
I don't think so. As you can see, Argentina choosing to go with the second pick. That means they'll have the first ban. Now, I know that you played both these two teams in your group. What do you think the strong point of both these two teams are when you played against them?
When we were strategizing against them, we thought Germany's hidden kind of roster was probably far scarier than anything else. But I don't think we ever played hidden in the match against them. We basically did all nomads and then kind of a smattering of hard rock and double time. I think they have very consistent players that perform especially well on long maps. They don't make too many mistakes. So if Argentina want to score some cheap points off of Germany, I think they should dodge difficult consistency picks that are quite long and maybe try and work on shorter maps where they know they can be consistent and hope for nerves or like tournament pressure to creep in on Germany.
And as you can see, Argentina going with probably the hardest map in the map pool, being the first ban with 1 life left. Sorry, GBH, your map's gets banned again.
It's seen
Just
quite a
gonna
few
have to
bans.
live
Not
with
it hasn't been the most banned map this map pool, so that's an improvement by my standards.
It's an improvement, yeah. A little bit better. I
Maybe
think it's
by
about the
maybe by
fourth
like
most banned.
2040, I'll have a map that doesn't get banned at all in group stages, but we got a little bit to go before then.
Just a little bit, you know. Maybe we'll get it by the next stream.
Well, we don't know.
Waiting
Like,
on
next map pool could have anything in it, so we'll find out what that contains right at the beginning, or right at the end of this stream. Sorry.
waiting on Germany's ban coming in any moment now. I feel
M-Bomb
like
saying,
they're going
Germany,
to ban.
please ban AR8 hidden. Trust me, it's not worth it. And they do oblige. Exactly that.
Oh, we just said the same thing at the same time.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Hey, it works. Just another ban for the ARE hidden. I think that's the most banned map.
I think that is probably the most banned map this year, yeah. When we did the map war showcase, the selected notes said, we picked an easier AR8 map so it won't get banned as much. Just kidding, it will still get banned a lot, which I thought was quite funny.
They knew. They
They
predicted
knew.
the future.
Tenchi Chan saying they have 6 hidden players, but none of them can low AR hidden.
That's
A former player from Catch World Cup, so I would be inclined to believe his opinion.
yeah. This Sean has been around for quite a while. Usually here for most of the matches too. Actually quite surprised that he's not playing this year as well.
Yeah, so
Still
Germany are
pretty
missing
player.
Note Kuroi, they're missing Sasaki, they've got no Tenchi Chan, but they still look like a fairly terrifying roster.
Yeah, definitely. Still really strong. A lot of those staple German names I don't see anymore this year. Just makes you kind of think, what could it be if the Germany team all came back and decided to play in one World Cup, you know?
Yeah, but that applies for quite a lot of teams, I think, in some ways. Like, Taiwan are missing a few key players. Hong Kong have had like a massive gutting of their roster almost.
Oh, yeah.
So it's the same every year for every team, really, that no one's has their, or very rarely does a team have their absolute full strength all together at the same time.
And you just look at China, and they've had the same roster for about 4 years, give or take one person.
They're a little
It
bit of
is
an
strong.
anomaly, though, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. It just surprises you looking at the Chinese roster, just seeing consistency for their roster.
Yeah,
every year.
they've only had 7 different players play for their Catch World Cup team since 2016.
It's crazy. Anyways,
Kasumi
getting
is
into
the
first
only
pick.
player to miss out this year.
Yeah. Getting into first pick for Germany is going to be Confusion Part 1, it seems like. No mod map by Ascendants.
Yeah, kind of interesting that we were saying Argentina might try and take some points off of Germany on shorter, kind of consistency-based no mod picks. And like Germany are actually the ones that first picked this. We first picked it against Germany, and they beat us by only a couple thousand points. So could be a little bit of a risk, but maybe they feel more comfortable about it now than they did then.
Could be. I think this one's going to mostly come down to the third player, like we were talking about earlier too, because in the intro there's a lot of tricky 1/4 into anti-flow H dashes. So it all depends.
the
if you get those,
difficulty-
really.
The difficulty here is that some of the 1/4 jumps transition into like horizontal sliders, which flow, and some of them transition into vertical sliders, which require snapping. And if you if you hold dash for any of the vertical ones, you'll probably miss the tail. And obviously, if you stand still for the horizontal ones, you might do the same. So, can players adapt to the changing kind of vertical and horizontal sliders well?
We'll have to find that out starting any second now. Here we go.
If all players do FC, this could be decided on a spin battle, and there is only one spinner, and it's a decent-sized one right at the beginning.
We'll have to pay close attention to see which team has the edge on that one too.
Here we go. Last match of 2019's Catch World Cup group stage is underway.
Seems like stream is lagging a bit behind by the audio.
The audio is a little behind. Well, ironically, it's almost perfectly in sync, but one measure out.
Yeah, that is kind of interesting.
I'm not sure whether that was intentional or just complete coincidence, but... Also, Vinci has had an early drop within the first 100 combo or so.
I think he got caught out on one of those awkward snaps. I did hear another drop, I think I did too. I'm not sure.
Ambition has just dropped as well at 275, just as they're going into the stream section. That could be more punishing for Argentina because it happened after their play had already reached 200 combo. If there are no further breaks, Germany will take the lead on this one.
You have to remember too, the ending of this map is usually quite easier than the intro of the map, so I think it's a little unlikely we'll see another mess from these two teams, given the caliber of these players.
Some players have been caught out by the slowdown section at the end, but given how much they must have practiced this map now, I shouldn't imagine that will be too common.
That is
but
true. I can't actually be talking first, because I was one of those players who actually did miss right around here in this section, so it's still very possible that we can see a comeback from the Argentinian side.
It's a bit too late for a single miss. We'll need to see multiple here now if Argentina want to take this one back. But I think if everyone can keep consistent during the slowdown, Germany will be taking this one. Not by a huge margin, but a win is a win. And they'll be getting their first game point on the board.
Very nice pickup for Germany. Must feel pretty good getting that point down on the belt. We have two SSs coming in from Porion and Marmelo, and one on the side of Argentina with Force.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ambition dropped those 4 notes near the middle of the map where the misses have greater impact. Vinci just missing very close to the beginning, so not as problematic. 3 SSs from Marmelo, Porion, and Force. Germany will be opening up their account 1-0. Argentina to pick next. Argentina looked very strong on Ghost Rule and Oblivious to be in particular when we and Denmark played against them. So it'll be interesting to see if they go back to either of those.
I think that they'd go with the DT, personally.
But we banned it against them because they looked fairly terrifying on it against Denmark, but we didn't have anything else that we especially wanted to ban against them, so...
Have to find out in a little bit here.
Yes, whilst we wait for Argentina's pick, as you can see in the map pool, Canada have lost their first pick against Mexico on Inochini Kirawarete Iru by 47,000 points. So Mexico taking the lead 1-0 with a break point in the other match that's going on right now in Group F, I think? Someone can correct me on that one if I'm wrong. Yes, Group F.
Remember, the winner of the Canada-Mexico match actually is the one that passes the group stage, or into round 16.
Yes, because Chile have won both of their 2, Italy have lost both of their 2, and Mexico and Canada are on 1 apiece. And also, the winner of that match that qualifies in second in Group F, they'll be playing you in the round of 16, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
So it could be US-Mexico or US-Canada.
Yeah, right now, both these matches have implications for both of us right now, actually.
Absolutely, yeah. And it will be Ghost Rule that Argentina pick up. This was actually UK's 3rd pick against Argentina. Our first 2 were Hard Rock, and we won them fairly convincingly, and we thought, oh, we'll just stick with Hard Rock, because they're not very good at it. But they came back with a triple FC, and I think Velpa K and Force both hit a double S on this. So, quite terrifying if they can repeat that. Germany will be hoping that they cannot contain quite as much consistency now as they did then.
Given that this is also probably one of the harder Hard Rock maps in the pool, I'd say. Pretty impressive if you can get a 3 FC on this.
Yeah, it really is. They must feel confident about it that it wasn't a fluke though.
Yeah, true. They just have to prove it again. See what happens.
Just triple FC the map again. It's not too difficult.
It's not that hard. Anyone can do it, right, JPH?
Well, I couldn't, certainly, but maybe these guys can.
It's okay, you can prove yourself. Just set a Hard Rock score on the leaderboard. Get to number 1. I believe in you.
It's so easy.
Seems like we're gonna get started any second.
Argentina just making sure that all their players actually have the Hard Rock mod on.
Gosh, wouldn't be that great if one of them didn't. You actually see Velpike and Porion opting to go with Hidden as well. Actually, quite a large difference in spin right here. About a 4K gap spin on that first spin from Germany.
Pretty impressive.
So now, Argentina, as long as Germany doesn't miss, they're going to need a little bit more than just that triple FC. If Germany does the same.
At least nobody missed one of those first 7 notes.
Oh gosh.
It's
That
very easy to do that, and that just puts you in a horrible state of mind for the rest of the map.
Like, oh man, I missed the first 5 notes of the map. Oh. And then you see the break. And actually here we have a miss from Dramas. I think that's how you pronounce it. Coming right before the Ki. It's going to be right before that 200 combo mark too, so a miss from Germany would actually be a little more painful than that one miss from Dramas. Oh, he missed the last note of the Ki too. That's
Really unfortunate. Just as
so
he was building that
devastating.
combo back up, to be struck down again.
And then he missed the first note too of that one, because it's all the way on the right. You can get so caught out on that. 'Cause
Yep.
It's just all the way to the edge.
Yeah, when we were practicing, we were like, before this map, everyone remember, guys, that note's on the right. Just
Yeah,
as
I
soon as
believe-
as soon as the break ends, just go to the right.
It's actually a triple miss from Velpike, Marvel, and Namirin all on that one note.
So that just leaves
Could
2
be
FCs for
slight
Force
comeback.
and Orion. One on
Yeah,
each
definitely.
side, but Germany do have the advantage.
Argentina needs to have one more miss, and then I think the scores would be in Argentina's, or no, Germany needs to have one more miss, and then scores would be slightly in Argentina's favor. We actually do have that one miss coming in from Marvmala. Scores are going to actually flip into Argentina's favor.
This is getting...
Coming in
The lead is shrinking rapidly, and Marthmallow has a long way to go before he's back up to that maximum combo. And they can see here, they can sense blood. Argentina know how close this is. Only 10,000 points in it.
The nerves are just getting worse though, because they know with that break, they gotta FC the rest of the map to be able to win.
Velpike almost being too far to one side on that buzz slider, but just holding on. Argentina
They
have
took
the
over.
lead.
Spinner.
Marthmallow finally back up at 200 combo, and the lead is so close.
They actually flipped over to Germany with that spinner. Did you see that?
Germany have managed to regain the lead outright with the spinner. There is one spinner left at the end, but Germany have so far demonstrated they are the superior spinners. Oh, I'm wrong. There was not a spinner left at the end. That one is going to be
That's a
so
2,000
close.
gap.
What an
Wow.
amazing recovery on the spin there.
You have a hidden Hard Rock SS from Porion, as well as the FC from Force. That's actually really surprising. That match was completely decided by the spinners too at the end.
So spin to win, proving how worth it is. Germany just squeaking out that second point. These picks are so close. That one just decided by 2,500 points. Germany break Argentina and take a 2-0 lead. Their second pick will be up next.
You know, it's got to be so devastating for Argentina too, because that was their pick. That was the pick that they brought into the match, saying, "All right, we're confident on this," and then they lost it only just because of spins.
It's so
They
like
have to know they lost it because of spins too.
it's gutting to lose, but to lose on something that is your kind of best chance of winning by such a small margin. I mean, you don't gain extra points for winning by a big margin, but mentally it's very
It's a
crippling
mental
to
battle
lose
that
by that tiny gap, thinking if I'd just done this one thing slightly differently, we'd have won. But they have to reset, they can't focus on this.
Just goes to show, practice your spinners. You never know when they will be important for you.
Mexico have managed to pick up a victory in their game against Canada on their oblivious double time pick. Chalucha top scoring in that one, so they're now leading 2-0. 96,900 points the deficit there. Canada will pick next.
Mexico seems to be fairly doing quite well in their match so far.
Looks like Germany are going to be picking Sweet Rain from the Hard Rock pool. So interestingly, after such a close encounter on Hard Rock just previously, they're going to stick with it. Not phased by how narrow that victory was.
Maybe they all feel like they're confident in that one hard jump at 391. We'll have to see if anyone misses there.
That is obviously the key point. The middle of the Ki section at 390 with that double edge dash. Will we see any swaps?
Seems not. I'm surprised that Ryoko actually isn't coming in for the side of Germany. If I remember correctly, he's a pretty decent hard rock player. Sorcerer in the chat saying, "Cool map with the fire base."
Maybe you should rank it, dude.
I agree. You know, if you're willing to rank it, I'd be willing to give you a nice mod over here.
Ooh.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Some backseat deals going on here.
Maybe you could be one of the BNs on it too.
I think I modded this a while back. It had a Xerox's Rain from about 2015 that had 1/8 hyper dashes in it, and I remember giving him a bit of stick for it. He was like,
believe that
I didn't know what I
still
was
there,
doing,
too.
okay? Also,
Oh,
before we
boy.
get into this one, Vex Akita subscribed to OS Live at tier 1. Thank you very much for the subscription. Please enjoy your new OS badge and your emotes.
We have Corian and Velpake going within again. Same two hidden players as last round.
Yeah, Ambition, the only player to swap out on the side of Argentina for Jeremias. Everyone negotiating to 200 combo without too much difficulty. Everyone's still holding double S also as well, but Ambition is the first to drop, unfortunately, several times there.
Too, yeah. So it's going to be a little more punishing than just a single miss at 391 for the German side. So German side have quite a decent advantage right now, considering the multiple misses.
Yeah, they have a few potential misses in their pocket if they need to recover. And we'll see if it catches anyone out. It does, but unfortunately, two of those are on the Argentina side. Ambition and Force dropping, Horion dropping for Germany. Still 3-4 combos, but two of them are on the German side.
Horion actually misses again going into that stream section.
Ambition missed also at the exact same point though, so that's not going to give any chance of an advantage back to the Argentinians. Marthmallow and Namarin, along with Velpake, on both holding double S's right now. As it stands, we're going to stick with a third German victory unless we see some drops real soon, coming into the last kind of 100 combo or so.
I think this is it. Seeming like a almost surefire win for Germany at this point in this map. Force sealing the deal with another break right at the end, sadly enough.
Yeah, no
That's going to be
more almost draws and spin battles on this one, as we saw in Poland versus Finland earlier, decided by one spinner. Marv Mallow and Namirin hold their nerve with 2 double S's to take victory for Germany on that one. Great performance with the hidden hard rock double S from Velpa K, but unfortunately not enough to rescue his team. 3-0 for Germany, Argentina to pick again.
But first, Argentina, I guess, have another ban because of that new comeback ban system that we added this year.
So, what do you ban against Germany? The remaining hard rock pick?
I don't
They
know at this
looked a
point.
bit more comfortable. Germany looked a lot more comfortable on this one than, or Argentina looked a lot less comfortable, shall I say, than they did on Ghost Rule. So,
I think
I
you
would
leave up the hard rock pick personally.
Argentina are banning, and I don't think they want to play that last hard rock pick. So,
The last one is much easier than the other two, though, considering the difficulty of the last hard rock pick. So maybe they'll feel like, alright, it's a lot easier. Maybe we can FC this. Maybe we can't.
it's
all up to
risky.
that, I think. Yeah, it is.
Whilst we wait for Argentina's comeback ban, Canada are finally on the board. They have won their no mod pick on Neo Aspect by 101,000 points. They are on the board. It's now 1 to Canada, 2 to Mexico, and Mexico will have another pick next.
At least we can keep appreciating this beautiful song.
It is an absolutely great song, I have to admit that. Force looking to ban Inochi ni Kirawarete Iru from the no mod pool. Interesting. Like, the no mod pool has 4 options left in it, but obviously they just really don't want anything to do with that one, and they're going to pick Hidden.
Picking Breeze. Rockma's Vein. I'd say this is probably the easiest hidden.
I personally found this one slightly easier than Pre-Dawn. The wiggling in Pre-Dawn can be a little bit trippy at times.
Definitely.
Breeze
Definitely
is-
prove some of the lower ranked players to be getting a little caught up on those wiggles.
Yeah, Breeze has some kind of odd spacing that looks visually a bit difficult, but it still flows really well when you get down to it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Namirin out and Vinci back in for Germany. Argentina remaining unchanged for this one at the moment. Just waiting for all players to ready up so we can begin. Lots of good luck, have funs in the chat, which is beautiful to see. But we're going to get right into it. Game 4, Germany with a commanding 3-0 lead at the moment. Argentina still looking to put some points for a comeback on the board in this one. Everyone surviving the opening exchange without too much difficulty. 6 double S is still on the board. Who's going to be the first to blink?
And as soon as you say that, we see Vinci missing several drop-ins, or at least. I think that's about 4 drop-ins, maybe even.
Down
Maybe
below
3.
99, but Ambition misses something a bit bigger than a droplet, unfortunately. That's going to give Germany the more significant advantage.
Definitely, it's coming in right after the break too, so they're gonna see this too.
Germany know they have an advantage with 1/2 of the map still to go. A decent spinner to slightly eke out maybe a little bit more of an advantage on. Still 2 double S's per side. Ambition's big drop versus Vinci's lots of little smaller drops is the decider between the two teams at the moment. Everyone managing to catch the buzz sliders.
Be able to catch up for Argentina here.
We've only got about 150 combo left, so yes, I agree. The lead is very large at this point.
This little left in the map, only about a 100 combo left. I just think it's almost guaranteed for Germany to win this map at this point.
That's so
There it
unfortunate
is.
that just one miss decided the fate of the game. Ambition cannot let that get to him, but his team are staring down a 4-0 deficit right now. Again, double S's from Velper, Marv Mallow, and Porion. But the consistency of Germany with only those droplet misses from Vinci preventing them from having a perfect game.
The really brutal part is that this is Germany's pick too, and it's going 4-0.
Absolutely, they are in control of their fate. What will they go for? We've seen a lot of teams last pick Rise to seal a 5-0, but Argentina have some excellent players that will be able to perform well on Rise, so I'm not sure that's a wise move for them. If I was Germany, I would probably roll the dice and try the last Hard Rock pick at this point, based on what we've seen so far.
Yeah, definitely.
Considering the advantage they have, I don't think they have much to lose by trying that, but...
Yeah. At this point, they don't really have much to lose at all, unless they lose 5 points in a row, and then we lose a lot in that case.
Yeah, the reverse sweep hype, guys. If you want to see that happen, you better get supporting Argentina in the chat.
Man, that would be such a turn of events. We also have an update on the Canada versus Mexico match. Canada actually taking their second point versus Mexico, tying the score out at 2-2. With Sweet Rain, the Hard Rock pick, Canada won by 63,000 points.
And then Mexico picking Hard Rock, but being undone by Canada. So 2-2. Very interesting to see what happens in that group. Obviously, you are keeping an eye on that one with very close eyes.
Definitely. It's all determines who I get to play next week.
Do you have a preference?
Personally, I prefer playing versus Canada because I think Mexico's strengths and weaknesses line up with ours more. Meanwhile, as I think that Canada's strengths and weaknesses favor us a little bit more than Mexico's.
I think they're a bit easier to strategize against without compromising your own.
Mexico, even though they did just lose that Hard Rock pick, I think they're really strong Hard Rock team. Players like Dax Raz, thank you.
So it looks like Germany are going to go for double time for their potential 5th and final point with When Time Sleeps, hoping that they can again maintain that consistency with Argentina under pressure, hoping that Argentina will maybe slip up a little bit, a few drops, and again, if it does come down to a spin battle, we've seen who the clear favorites are in that regard in this match already.
She asking in the chat, where's my hidden? I can't play these mods without hidden. I need hidden. Lots of players need hidden to be able to read some of these mods like DT and Hard Rock because they are a little bit high at some points.
So last chance for Argentina then. Can they mount a recovery, or will Germany close this one out in convincing fashion?
Having a little bit of trouble getting the match started, but it'll get there.
Third time's the charm.
You know, we gotta bring out a tradition. I just realized that I don't think anyone has said sleep tight starting for this map yet. Has anyone said that yet?
We did see it from Sarton and Wesley themselves in one of their matches that was streamed earlier. They had a sleep tight, but I don't think we've mentioned it much on stream, no.
That's good. We gotta get some sleep tight sardines in the chat for Sarden on this beautiful map. When time sleeps.
So it looks like we did have a little bit of difficulty loading the players into that one, so taking a very short break to try and sort those issues out. Don't go anywhere. Whilst we wait, let's get our Argentina and Germany hype in the chat for your teams. Share your energy. Germany, if you want to see them win a convincing 5-0 fashion to end group stage on a strong note, or Argentina, if you want to make them see them storm back through to clutch their survival in the competition, show them some love and some hype too.
On the Canada Reddit.
Fast.
The journey itself is the point. The point of life is always arrived.
So it looks like we're back in the lobby, but one figure is noticeably absent. And that is Velpiquet. I wonder if he's had a disconnection issue.
Gonna hope that maybe somebody else can come in, take a spot. We'll see.
Looks like Jeremias is going to come back in to fill the Argentine roster. So we do have a 3 versus 3 situation again. But if it was hard before with Velpiquet, it's going to be certainly a lot harder now that he is absent and unable to participate. Obviously, the rest of the Argentine roster, no slouches by any means, but Velpa is certainly the standout performer on that team in any normal situation.
Definitely.
Okay, attempt number 2. Here we go, guys. This could be the last game between these two teams. This could see Argentina knocked out of the tournament if Germany can claim one further victory.
The journey itself is the point. The point of life is always arrived at in the immediate moment.
Everyone navigating to 100 combo without too much difficulty. No individual part of this map is hugely difficult, but because the BPM is very high, it's very easy to just dash away from sliders too quickly, as Jeremias proves right there at 220
Commentator
combo.
cursing again, JBH.
I'm on point today. This
Oh,
is
on fire.
this is vengeance for when one commentator cursed me yesterday.
I see how it is.
I'm taking it out on anyone who's in the stream. Very
Quite
solid.
unlucky. Next thing you know, you're going to be taking out on the viewers too.
Nah, you guys are all beautiful. Thank you very much for joining us today. Argentina need to see a miss from Germany somewhere here. Germany know they've got 3 full combos, 2 of which are double S. They're halfway through the map and they just got to get through about 1 more minute of consistent small streams and a few jumps, and they will be going through as top of their group in a fairly convincing fashion. There's nothing Argentina can do now except keep their full combos and hope for a German miss. It is completely out of their hands, which is a horrible feeling to have, but that's life. And Namirin does drop. Will there be enough time?
Is there a 2-1-2 combo left in the map though?
I think max
Sure.
combo is about 700, so it could very well be so close. Even so, will Germany have banked enough with their spin? There are
Oh,
two
there's
very
Ambition,
large
Ambition.
spinners here. Ambition missing again
Ambition
is
right
probably going to
again.
steal that one though.
There is a quite long spinner at the end, so I'm not sure if it would have even mattered. But oh, it was pretty close for the last map too.
Yeah, 62,000 points the decider on that one. Honestly, at times, a much closer game than that 5-0 scoreline suggests, but Germany are the victors. 5-0, and they will be moving on to the top of Group D and on to the round of 16. Congratulations to them. Well played to Argentina as well. And there you have
Their
it.
best.
Team Blue, Argentina.